Hey there! Breaking news that could change your financial situation overnight. The government just announced new $3,000 stimulus checks hitting bank accounts this May 2025. And I've got the inside scoop on exactly when you'll get paid, who qualifies for extra benefits, and how to make sure you get your money fast. But here's what they're not telling you: thousands of Americans are at risk of missing out completely if they don't take action now. Are you one of them? Stay tuned to find out. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss critical updates about money coming your way. My channel is dedicated to helping you navigate government benefits and financial opportunities, and with these new stimulus payments rolling out, you can't afford to miss a single video. Let's dive right into what's happening with these stimulus checks. The Treasury Department has confirmed that $3,000 direct payments will begin processing on May 10, 2025. With the first wave of direct deposits hitting accounts between May 15 and May 20. For those waiting on physical checks, they'll be mailed out starting May 22 and should arrive within 2 to 3 weeks. But why is this happening now? The economic recovery has been uneven across the country, with inflation still putting pressure on everyday Americans despite improvements in the overall economy. These targeted payments are designed to provide immediate relief to households still struggling with rising costs of living, particularly affecting seniors and those on fixed incomes. Now you might be wondering, do I qualify for this payment? The basic eligibility includes all taxpayers who earned less than $75,000 individually or $150,000 for married couples filing jointly in 2024. The payment begins to phase out above those thresholds and cuts off completely for individuals earning over $100,000 or couples earning over $200,000. But here's where it gets interesting: are you collecting Social Security, SSI, or SSDI? Because if you are, you're not only automatically eligible regardless of whether you filed taxes, but you could also qualify for additional supplemental payments of up to $500 on top of the base $3,000. This is specifically designed to help those on fixed incomes who've been hit hardest by inflation. Have you filed your 2024 taxes yet? If not, you might want to do that right away. While previous stimulus payments used either 2019 or 2020 tax information, these new payments will be based exclusively on your 2024 tax return. This means if your income dropped last year or you added new dependents, you'll want that information reflected in the system. The IRS has extended the filing deadline specifically for stimulus purposes to April 30, 2025, giving you a little extra time to get your information updated. But honestly, why wait when your financial relief depends on it? Something crucial that many people miss: if you've moved recently or changed bank accounts, the IRS needs to know immediately. Are you aware of how many stimulus payments went unclaimed in previous rounds because people couldn't be located or their direct deposit information was outdated? Over $1.3 billion in previous stimulus funds were never claimed because of outdated contact information. Don't let your $3,000 get lost in the system. You can update your information through the IRS portal, which I've linked in the description below. For parents, this stimulus package includes additional benefits you need to know about. Families will receive the full $3,000 payment for each adult plus $1,000 for each dependent child under 18. For example, a family of 4 with 2 adults and 2 children could receive up to $8,000 in total stimulus payments. But there's a catch: these dependent payments only apply to children claimed on your 2024 tax return. Have you had a baby in 2025? Unfortunately, that child won't be counted for this round of payments, but you may be eligible for additional tax credits when you file next year. Let's talk about seniors for a moment because there are special provisions in this stimulus package that mainstream media isn't covering nearly enough. If you're over 65 and on Social Security, you're not only getting the base payment automatically, but you're also eligible for that additional $500 supplemental payment I mentioned earlier. The government has recognized that seniors on fixed incomes have been disproportionately affected by inflation, especially with rising healthcare and medication costs. But what about Medicare beneficiaries specifically? There's an additional healthcare credit of up to $300 available if your out-of-pocket medical expenses exceeded 7.5% of your adjusted gross income in 2024. Have you been tracking your medical expenses? If not, now's the time to gather those receipts. For SSDI and SSI recipients, your payments will be processed automatically through the same system that delivers your monthly benefits. You don't need to file any additional paperwork if you're already in the system. But here's a question many people are asking: will these stimulus payments affect my eligibility for other benefits? The answer is no, these stimulus checks are not counted as income for determining eligibility for federal benefit programs. Your regular benefits will continue unchanged, and this stimulus payment won't reduce your monthly SSI, SSDI, or SNAP benefits. Isn't that a relief? Now, how can you get your stimulus payment as quickly as possible? Direct deposit is absolutely the fastest way. If the IRS has your banking information on file, you'll be among the first to receive your payment between May 15th and May 20th. But what if you don't have a bank account or prefer not to use direct deposit? The government is offering prepaid debit cards as an alternative, which will be mailed out starting May 25th. These cards can be used anywhere that accepts debit cards and can even be used to withdraw cash at ATMs. Would that be a good option for you? Another question I've been getting a lot: what if you owe back taxes or have other federal debts? Unlike previous stimulus programs, these payments are subject to offset for certain types of debt, including back taxes, unpaid child support, and defaulted federal student loans. Are you current on these obligations? If not, you might see a reduced payment or potentially no payment at all depending on how much you owe. This is a significant change from previous stimulus programs where payments were protected from most types of offsets. For those who don't typically file taxes because their income is below the filing threshold, the IRS has reopened the non-filers tool on their website. This simplified form allows you to register for your stimulus payment even if you don't have a tax filing requirement. This is particularly important for homeless individuals or those with very low incomes who might otherwise fall through the cracks. Do you know someone in this situation? Please share this information with them. Everyone deserves their fair share of this economic relief. Let's address some misinformation that's been circulating online. Have you seen those social media posts claiming that only certain states will receive these payments or that you need to apply through special websites? These are scams designed to steal your personal information. The stimulus program is federal and applies equally to all eligible Americans regardless of which state they live in. There is no application process beyond filing your taxes or using the official non-filers tool on the IRS website. Be very cautious of any emails, text messages, or phone calls claiming to help you get your stimulus payment. The government will never contact you this way about your stimulus check. I want to emphasize something important about timing. While the first payments will go out in mid-May, the full distribution will take place over several weeks. The Treasury Department estimates that approximately 85% of eligible recipients will receive their payments by June 15th, with the remaining payments completed by the end of June. Have you received previous stimulus payments? Your new payment will likely arrive in the same way and in roughly the same timeframe relative to when distribution begins. For those who are eligible but don't receive their payment automatically, there will be a stimulus trace request process available starting July 1, 2025. This process allows you to notify the IRS that your payment is missing and initiate a trace. But wouldn't it be better to avoid that hassle altogether by making sure your information is current now? As we wrap up, I want to remind you that these stimulus payments are designed to provide immediate financial relief and stimulate economic activity. How will you use your $3,000? Whether you're catching up on bills, paying down debt, or building an emergency fund, making a plan for these funds before they arrive is always a good idea. And remember, while $3,000 can make a significant difference in many households, financial experts recommend using at least a portion of windfall money to address high-interest debt or build savings when possible. Before you go, if you found this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I'll be providing updates on the stimulus rollout, tracking any changes to the program, and sharing tips on how to maximize your financial situation throughout 2025. Did you know that only about 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed? Join our community today and never miss critical information about money that belongs in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be discussing additional financial relief programs that can work alongside your stimulus payment to further improve your financial situation. Stay tuned, your financial future might be brighter than you think.